Hello there, a very beautiful afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 1. My name is Tessie Omeri. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Muhammad Musa Bello, is about now set to present 45,527,118,338 naira as the 2021 National Priority Capital Budget of the FCT before the Senate Committee. Member of the FCT, Shuaibu Yakubu, reports that the proposed budget allocation is to sustain the implementation of critical projects both in the Federal Capital City, FCT, and the satellite towns. Among the critical projects captured in the budget proposal are the construction of the Southern Parkway from the Christian Center to the Ring Road, rehabilitation and expansion of the Outer Northern Expressway project from Kubwa through Federal Civil Service College to Villa Roundabout, among other critical infrastructure in the territory. In company of the Minister at the budget presentation is the Permanent Secretary and top management of the FCT administration. Details will be brought to you in our subsequent bulletins. Youth inclusiveness in governance is a panacea to a better and greater Nigeria. FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliu, who stated this at the FCT Youth Virtual Town Hall meeting, also revealed that the FCT administration has designed various developmental models for youths that will be unveiled in a matter of weeks. The report will come your way in the course of the bulletin. National Orientation Agency FCT Directorate is to strengthen partnership with its sister agencies, including the media, with the aim of creating a better understanding of government policies and programs. Acting Director Mary Tanku disclosed this at a press conference in Abuja. Deborah Gazaji Maika reports.
As an agency that interfaces between the people and the government, the organization says it is ready to project enlightenment campaign on government policies and programs in line with its mandate of promoting citizens' inclusiveness in governance.
We want to ensure that the citizens in Nigeria are actively participating in what concerns them in the issues of this country.
Against the backdrop of the recent incidents, EndSARS protests and looting of government property, the agency successfully carried out sensitization in 30 communities in the 6 area councils of the FCT.
We will continue in the community engagement on government actions to garner support for its programs.
Also of concern to the agency is the rising cases of rape, domestic violence and drug abuse, which sometimes results in avoidable death. Deborah Gazaji Maika, NTA News.
The Abuja Geographic Information System Aegis and the FCT Land Administration Department will from January 1st, 2021 receive only payments made through online for its services. Director of Aegis Isa Jalu disclosed this in an exclusive interview with Shuaibu Yakubu.
The migration to an online payment system is to ensure improved service delivery in line with the ease of doing business of the federal government. Director of the Abuja Geographic Information Systems explained that payment for all land transactions will now be made through the remitter platform, which can be accessed electronically.
The development of this system definitely took some time. Why? Because of the fact that we are migrating from a system where you come and present yourself with your documents to a system that requires you to stay at home or somewhere at a business premises to do online transactions. And that system will also have to integrate with our existing back office land information system that we are using. For example, one of those services that we offer is this payment of the ground rent. After you have been allocated a land, by that you're supposed to make payment for the ground rent, which is on an annual basis.
The director further disclosed that all necessary arrangements have been put in place to ensure hitch-free migration to the online payment system, which is in compliance with the policy of the government on Treasury Single Account. Shuaibu Onuziakubu, NTA News.
In a bid to caution the hardship experienced by electricity consumers in Abuja, occasioned by the estimated electricity billing system over the years, the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, has flagged off distribution of 900,000 prepaid meters on the 3rd of November 2020. Warfare Ibo has details.
Estimated electricity billing has been a topical issue in the power sector over the years, and electricity consumers have often been faced with a situation where they have to pay for light consumption even when there is no light in their areas for a long period of time. This necessitated a current move by the federal government in collaboration with Abuja Electricity Distribution Company to provide prepaid meters to communities in Abuja.
Government in its wisdom has said, okay, look, rather than the customers paying for it, DISCO should handle it with some support facilities such that customers can now get the meters.
Here in Gadua Housing Estate, Apo District, where the flag-off took place, the president of the estate and other beneficiaries commended the efforts of the government.
I commended them for an innovation of this nature, which I believe will go far distance in providing electricity for the ordinary person.
It's a very good initiative. The metering was free. According to their engineer, like if you tamper with them, how they will get to know about it. So like it's an upgrade.
Residents of FCT are of the view that if meters are provided to them, it will bring to an end estimated billing. Wafai Ibo, NTA News.
And now to update on COVID-19. Figures from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 4th November 2020, indicates 23 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, making the total number of confirmed cases to be 6,165, while active cases now stands at 690, and the number of discharged cases in the territory now stands at 5,393, and sadly 82 deaths have so far been recorded in the Federal Capital Territory. You're watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. The news returns in just a moment.
Hear the call of change, stand up, Nigeria. Change is here and it's going to stay. Change begins with you. Oh yeah, make we go. Go to so let the change begin from within. Look at you, Ogerola. Change begins with you and me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me.
Wash my hand from oil bunkering.
General, what you gonna yarn? What did the yarn serve? I don't understand though.
Because they spoil our water and our environment. And they cause our people serious harm. Militants said, you know good. Me, I not do again, Sam. Because why? Change begins with me.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Thank you for staying tuned. We welcome you back with community development. As part of its education intervention programs, Hope and Dreams Initiative has donated a well-equipped 30-seater capacity library to Aleta community of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, to encourage reading among children. Asabe Tanim Williams has details.
The state-of-the-art facility built by a philanthropist Nguzo Obodo is a generous donation to support the less privileged towards enhancing learning amongst residents of Aleta and beyond, with standard furniture, fine interior fittings and enough space to comfortably accommodate users. Speaking at the commissioning and handover ceremony, Mrs. Obodo added that the decision to set up a library in the community is to ensure that children from disadvantaged backgrounds have access to conducive reading environments.
One of the key things about doing things like this is sustainability. So we're going to figure a way to either collaborate with other organizations in order to sustain it for the community and other community around Aleta.
Other speakers, including the Sapei of Garki, Usman Ungakupi, commended the initiative, describing it as a worthy intervention potentially capable of arresting youth's restiveness through effective utilization.
I want to urge other Nigerians, either at home or in diaspora, please let us emulate Mrs. Nguzo, whereby the little we are able to get over there or at home, let us invest so that we can keep our country moving.
We have to sit down and think how we maintain this place. So my advice to the pupils and the children is that they should work hard and go in there to read so that they will have enough educational so that everybody will be happy, and it's not going to be free like that.
Our community later is blessed. Ma, I will, as Baggy people honor you here, that's how God is going to honor you.
The Hope and Dreams initiative reiterated a commitment to ensuring the facility attracts meaningful development to Aleta, as resources will be deployed to efficiently mobilize the youth towards applying knowledge in solving problems and promoting growth. Asabe Tanim Williams, NTA News.
And staying with community development, Mabushi, a community in the FCT predominantly of Bagi natives, are appealing to the FCT administration to work on the deplorable roads in their community, as lack of social amenities remains a huge challenge for them. Amira Mohammed has the details.
It is a fact that no community, state or nation can survive without infrastructures. Residents of Mabushi community decry the situation of electricity, among others, faced in the community.
No water, no electricity, and there is nothing that has been done about that.
We have only one primary school, government primary school in Mabuchi, the whole of Mabuchi, apart from the private primary school. We have one health center in Mabuchi. We need people, government to help us to employ workers like doctors and nurses. That is our challenge.
Speaking with the district head, Sule Dashi, as the dry season sets in, the only source of water in the community is gotten from the privately owned commercial borehole.
The challenges we are facing in Mabushi here is water. We don't have water here. The one we have now, it is those who get money, they dig it for, they have their borehole water. Then we buy it from them. Then the second challenge is good road.
Here in Mabuchi community, I'm standing right at the major road as described by one of the residents of the community, which looks deplorable, and sanitation-wise, the place is not really good enough for this community. They urge governments and other relevant authorities to find a lasting solution to their problem. Amira Muhammad, NTA News.
Many thanks, Amira. And meanwhile, Kwankwashe is a mountainous community with lush vegetation and sights to behold. Members of the community say they are in basic amenities and infrastructure. Our correspondent, again, Amira Mohammed, visited the community and now reports.
Located in Suleja local government area, Kwankwashe community is known for its high mountains and vegetation, with less or no road accessibility for residents who have to walk from their houses down the hill and up the highway before gaining access to another location. But there is a fascinating future of the community. The houses built on the hill that has kept thoughts in my heart on how residents in the locality came about the developments. Mata, our designated guide, speaks on the advantages of living in the community is the pollution-free environment and also having to live in their own houses instead of renting.
Why are there people living up here? They are up here in order to have a place where they can able to stay. Okay. Because if you look all the Kwankwashe here, everywhere is occupied, so there is nowhere for people to live. It's better for you to live here than to live for rentage.
Some downsides for the residents are the challenges of insecurity, such as kidnapping, transporting goods and produce uphill, as well as flooding during the raining season.
During rainy season, you see river here, it will fill up. We will wait for some times before they will go. Even children that they are going to school, they have to wait first. After the rain, before they go to school. People used to run from here. You see these armed robbers, kidnappers, they used to enter here with guns. People running up and down in order to help themselves. But still yet, people are hungry. There is nothing people that can do.
They therefore appeal to the relevant authorities to come to their aid and find a lasting solution to their problem. Amira Muhammad, NTA News.
Still talking communities, here is Abdullahi Ajia with eye on the countryside from Dusempe.
Likened to a case of lacking amidst plenty, the Usuma Dam supplies water to the entire capital city and satellite settlements. It passes through Dusempe, a largely baggy community, but not felt by the residents.
Water issue, there's no water here. What we rely on is borehole. And the water from water passed through this place. We here we cannot access water.
The council is also trying its own best to see how we can help them in solving that issue once and for all. But we also need their own cooperation, because it has to. They must cooperate and safeguard this facility.
A modestly springing town, Dusempe is bordered by a rocky landscape, concealing a very traditional people.
The Gbagis are known for so many things, but more prominent and peculiar is our women carrying load on their shoulder. That is what we grew and met. The load that they can carry it on shoulder, nobody can carry it on the head. Even themselves that is carrying the load on the head, if you put it on the head, they can't go far.
The Japo delicacy speaks volume as to the complexity surrounding their industry in food production, which has earned the larger society, Buhari, the tag, Abuja's food basket.
It's a kind of food. Use either guinea corn or maize corn to prepare it. In the outside they call it tuwo. Then we eat it immediately. It is being prepared with any form of soup, but we don't eat all. We leave it and put inside water till the following day. Then from out of it, either in the morning or afternoon, you bring it up and smash it inside water. Then you can use soup or use peculiar soup that goes with it. We call it kandolo.
Dusempe is not without its own peculiar needs to effectively ensure the large human resources in the community utilize capacity for the common good.
We do community service by, clearing the gutters so as to allow flows to move freely. We have also contributed as a community. You can see this palace. This is a whole lot of community effort. The government has no contribution into it.
The name Dusempe is not original. Modifications, the paramount ruler told me, helped in the perception and eventual adoption, among other interesting facts he dished out.
If you want to distinguish by tribe, like we have the Gwandara, otherwise known as Koro, the Gbagis. So if you want to distinguish between the Gbagis and the Gwandaras, you say Duse Koro or Duse Gbagi. Like
Many thanks, Abdullahi Ajia, or Iaji rather. Earlier, we told you that youth inclusiveness in governance is a panacea to a better and greater Nigeria. FCT Minister of State Ramoti Tijani Aliu, who stated this at the FCT Youth Virtual Town Hall meeting, also revealed that the FCT administration has designed various developmental models for youths that will be unveiled in a matter of weeks. Ifeanyi Izumba is now ready with the reports.
The town hall meeting, which was anchored by the president of Pan-African Young Women Development Initiative, Jofie Nankakupa, had also the chairman of FCT National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ango Suleiman, and others. The FCT Minister of State, Ramatu Tijani Aliu, specifically argued that the youths should be included in large numbers, especially as stakeholders, where they would be assigned roles to play from the planning of any policy to its implementation.
We have taken inclusivity into your own hands. Engage your own youth. We have talked about notifying the government of what is there. We have given you a platform where you hold your government to account on what is done and what is not being done. For instance, about the road you talked about. We might not be there to visit every day. For instance, there is an award of contract and it is announced. Each time we do the fair, we do publicize roads that are being awarded, especially under the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. He said all abandoned projects must be completed. With this, we've gone around and profiled all abandoned projects, numerous abandoned projects within the Federal Capital Territory.
Participants at the town hall meeting commended the FCT Minister of State for providing the platform to ventilate ideas with a view to providing good governance to residents of the territory.
We must look at the activities of Abuja Enterprise Agency. Prior to this time, we've seen where they train people. After training the people, there are no grants to those youths for takeoff.
Last week I was in the community hospital, General Hospital Abuja, and it's almost take right from Abuja. In terms of employment, we are being neglected. Even in our public health facilities, you have our people who are nurses, our engineers who are nurses, but they could not even get employment in this public hospital. That's a situation within their local community.
Issues raised by speakers include scaling up entrepreneurship among youths in the territory, environmental sanitation in rural communities, job creation, security, good road network, among others. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Izumba continues.
The man whose picture you would see on the screen is an unknown patient who was taken to the trauma section of the National Hospital Abuja on the 29th of October 2020. According to a press statement by the head of Department Information and Protocol of the National Hospital, Tayo Hastrop, the unknown patient was brought in unconscious by a Good Samaritan who picked him after he was knocked down by a fast-moving vehicle. He has since been receiving treatment at the National Hospital. However, the hospital management is appealing to members of the public whose relation has not been seen since the 29th of October till date to please visit the Trauma Intensive Care Unit of the National Hospital Abuja for identification and further necessary action. And on sports, Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dare is expected to meet with 36 state commissioners of sports in Asaba. This and more with Abdullahi Ajia on Sports Brief.
Top on the agenda of the deliberations between the Youth and Sports Minister and the Commissioners for Sports are sports development as well as the National Sports Festival billed to take place in Benin. This was revealed by the Special Advisor, Media to the Minister of Sports, John Joshua Akonji, who also dispelled rumors of postponement of the event to next year. Matches continue at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja in the match day 6 of the 2020 Prudent Energy Handball Premier League. Coas Shooters will be taking on the defenders, Kano Pillars Entertain Plateau Vipers, Desert Queens vs Safety Babes, Seasiders Babes vs Edo Dynamos. In the UEFA Champions League decided Wednesday, Chelsea silenced 10-man Rennes 3-0, the same margin Borussia Dortmund away defeated Club Brugge. Juventus bounced back from their last defeat to Barcelona to win 4-1 against Ferencváros of Hungary. Manchester United lost to Istanbul Basaksehir 2-1, the same scoreline PSG lost to RB Leipzig. In tennis, 20-time Grand Slam champion Rafael Nadal on Wednesday overcame Feliciano Lopez 4-6, 7-6, 6-4 in his opening match at the Rolex Paris Masters for his 1,000 tour level win, hitting another milestone. With this, Nadal is now the fourth man in the Open era to reach 1,000 tour level wins in his career and has the best winning percentage with .833. With Sports Brief, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And that concludes the news at 1. Before we go, wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after you have been in a public place. Thanks for watching. We have more reports at 7. Bye for now.